Jim, just give us your take on today's excellent 4-0 win.
You named the day yourself, Greg. I think it was excellent. I think we could have scored 6 today, probably, which is not too dissimilar to the away game against Eastleigh, actually, where we could have scored loads of goals on that day. I'll never forget the penalties that Devante could have had on his own for fouls on him that day. It was a similar game. It was a similar level of performance. Just on this day, we went 4-0. So the outcome was different to the away game. But I think, for where we are in the season, very much at the business end now. Off the back of the last 7 days, which was challenging for us all mentally, I think it was an impressive performance from the team.
What pleased you most about the performance out there?
It was very businesslike. It's my job to analyse cold, detract from emotion, and actually recognise performance and try to reach it as much as possible with the group. I think that performances of late, despite late changes in the outcomes and scorelines, they've been probably what's required, if I'm being honest. And there's been some goals go against us that have been bizarre, and I've just not believed that they would continue. So I wanted to express that to the group this week, which I have, and I wanted us to be calm and continue to do what we've done all season, which is put together performances that should reflect the team that challenges the right end of the table. So I was pleased today with the team's calmness and the team's businessman-like nature to the performance.
Yeah, I know you talk about those last 7 days or so, 10 days, and it could be easy for the group to go under, given sort of the nature of those games, but they didn't, and they showed great resilience today to come back and get an early goal and then kick on from there. They
did, and it wasn't the most perfect of starts performance-wise. It was a cagey opening, which is maybe expected given the time of the season, but the team took a stranglehold on the game, and yeah, I think other than one moment at 2-0 for them, where football being the funny game it is, it could have suddenly brought some nerves to the stadium. I thought the performance was one of pure value for the victory, to be honest. And again, it's such a business time type moment, isn't it? But I want the team to focus on performance, regardless of whether it's game 1 or game 41, and they found it today.
You welcomed Carl Ferguson back into the squad, obviously recalled from Yeovil. Liam Hogan missing out. What's the update on him?
Yeah, Liam first. So Liam got an injury in the Sutton game, as you'll have seen with him coming off half time. He may have actually got the beginnings of that injury earlier in the game, but he's a guy who wants to play through anything and everything. So we're not too sure, but he did pick up an injury in the Sutton game that he was unable to continue with. We had that scanned, and it's another muscle injury, which we lose him for the season. But I just think we've just done 11 weeks of Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday, which is just. I sat here before those 11 weeks started, and I told you guys I've never done that before, ever, in 20 years as a player, coach, whatever my capacity's been. I've never done that. And it's absolutely battered the players physically, and it's come with its emotional challenges as well. We've had a number of muscle injuries through that period. Liam becomes the latest one, unfortunately, but the guys keep driving forward.
It looks like, definitely no game this Tuesday night, which is a nice change, but then 5 games in just over 2.5 weeks to finish off the season, going into those final 5 now off the back of today's result as well and recent performances. How excited are you and the group?
We're very excited, Greg. I'm just mindful. I just realised the previous question. I didn't mention Fergie. I spoke on Liam, but yeah, Fergie returns from Yeovil. We're better for it. We're better for him getting out and getting some games. He done really well there. He was in good rhythm, and we've recalled Kyle, which we're very fortunate to be able to do. And we're richer and stronger for Carl's experience and minutes elsewhere. He came on today. I thought he was brilliant. Attitude superb, as it always is. apologies, I didn't want to start on the next question there before mentioning what was fair for Kyle, so really pleased with him. Remind me of that last question, Greg.
Final 5 games of the season, excitement from yourself and the group?
Very, very much excited. I want to enjoy the experience, no matter the knocks or the punches that we take along the way. We're very fortunate, and I am too, to be the Rochdale manager and to be leading us into final 5 games where, you know, we've got great things to play for, rather than, as Cameron said yesterday in his statement, or on behalf of Cameron, you know, 1 year ago we were a few days away from going out of business, and I spoke to a friend of mine, a former manager of mine, in the last couple of days, and he outlined that, you know, the prospect of us going down and down again, given the state of the club last year, was a really real one. It was a grave danger, and I think the growth we've done in 1 year, I'm really happy with, and off the back of that growth, and off the back of today's result, and finally at the end of Tuesday, Saturday, going into the Easter period, we're really excited and looking forward to what remains.